This is Beat Our Quest, an improvised comedy role-playing podcast using the Kids on Bikes system. And even though you can't see us, we are all wearing our helmets.
Ivana Maria Mendez as Chad Brewers.
Tucker Daly Johnston as Alfie Towers.
Nate Valentine as Janet Cromwell.
It has been a very stressful week for a couple of weeks for our players. It all started in their history of alphabetical studies, and very quickly they witnessed a murder. They discovered a whole sinister robotic evil system, and actually aliens are in charge. Aliens exist. They have superpowers now. Robots are taking over. Trying to kidnap people and take over their minds. They go to a house party and there's all kinds of crazy alien endeavors. Each one of you has really been trying to process and break down all these crazy things that have happened to you over just the last 2 weeks. We find ourselves in Janet's kitchen, across from her little sister, Jeannie, and they're making breakfast. Janet, over the last couple of weeks, what is one of the biggest things that kind of sticks out to you in your mind? Like memories?
Probably being abducted by aliens and going through very trying trials to sort of ascend to have superpowers and a superpowered fanny pack, which I love. But yeah, that whole part was probably the craziest for me.
As you're reminiscing about this, you realize that the pancakes that you're making for you and your little sister have started to burn on one side, and you're snapped out of it when Jeannie goes, "Janet, do you think there's such a thing as aliens?"
What? Why would you ask me that?
We're doing a thing on school about outer space, and we've been researching it, and I'm supposed to go to the big science building. Do you think aliens are real?
No. Oh my God, no! Aliens aren't real, and you shouldn't go there. You know what? I'm gonna talk to your professor, your teacher, professor teacher.
We don't have a professor.
Aliens are not real. Don't be such a silly kid. Okay, stop talking about that. Stop asking me questions about aliens.
Dang. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Here, have this shitty burnt pancake. No, yeah, I burnt this pancake. I'm gonna have to make you a fresh one. I'm sorry, but the bacon's ready. Here.
She takes that and goes, "Hey, Janet, I heard from in school that in the boys' bathroom they just pee in a giant trough. Is that true?"
No, boys' bathrooms are exactly like girls' bathrooms. There's no difference between boys and girls.
Weird. I'll tell him he's a liar today at school.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna move along. Alfie.
Yes.
You are taking the same bike route you took to school the last time, and the thoughts are racing through your mind. You've had a very interesting couple of weeks. What do you think is on the forefront of Alfie's mind as he's traveling into school?
He is just trying to figure out what in the hell he did wrong that he can't seem to stay dry ever. And just every time he meets someone new, he is always somehow wet. His superpowers involve being wet. And he's just wondering if he will always be an awkward, weird wet boy who still has very confused feelings for a maybe evil alien who's probably thousands of years old but looks like a 14-year-old.
You are biking along and you see a bus coming by and you have this moment of instinct and you see this puddle is going to splash you. Can you make a flight roll of 3 to avoid getting movie splashed by the bus?
5 + 1, 6.
As you roll this, you feel stronger, Alfie. You feel more competent and more capable than you've ever been as you watch this wave of water splash behind you and you pedal a little harder. Each one of our players is leveled up.
Whoa!
That means you get to pick one of your die and ratchet it up to the next tier to permanently use. You also get to add a flat +1 modifier to any of your 6 stats. You can add that to one of the stats that you already have that modifier on if you want. So you could have a +2 brains or whatever you had that initially in, Janet. Chad, you're at the school already because today, after that big homecoming party, is the big homecoming game.
Yeah.
So you're there at the field. What is something that you have been thinking about, Chad? Like, what's something that you've made some new friends. You've been used to the football team. What's a really core memory you've made with your new friends?
Well, normally I try to stay positive, but I'm just really embarrassed that my friends saw me eat it when that weakling child just, like, bit me. It was really embarrassing. Like, I'm usually really strong, and that's the side of me they're used to seeing. But, like, seeing me literally bleed, it was just crushing. It kind of hurt me a little bit. I don't want that to ever happen again. So, if I'm around that kid, I might wear a neck brace.
Chad, the one thing, that stress of the getting bitten was probably really difficult. As you are out there throwing passes, warming up, and you see Alfie coming in from a distance, kind of getting ready, getting his jersey on. Alfie, you're struggling to get all dressed up. You remember something. You met Alfie in the history of alphabets class, right? Or for a bit of alphabetical studies. And it dawns on you.
Oh, yeah.
You were supposed to do that extra credit assignment. That's the reason you know Alfie. That's the reason you know Janet. That's where you were sent that first day. That's what you had been sent to do earlier this week. And you never did that extra credit. You look up and you see Professor Teacher walking across the field to go talk to your dad.
I'm going to take my clothes off and run through the field.
I'm sorry, naked?
Yes, it's a distraction, and Chad panicked. And that is the best distraction he can think of.
They think you're doing poorly in school? Take this.
I run directly to the locker room.
Okay, great. With clothing or without?
Without.
Okay, great. So you strip naked on the field.
Okay, my underwear is on. Like, I'm not fully.
Yeah, into your jock strap and whatnot. And you hear Meatball muttering to himself like, "Oh, wait, Chad, no, Chad, stop, don't, what are you, oh, no." And you run and you make it to the locker room. Your dad sees this happen and starts to go and then is in mid-conversation, so you're not going to catch it. Janet, you've made it to the school. You dropped off your sister. And you see Alfie coming in, having witnessed this.
Sorry, Alfie has witnessed it, or I have, or both?
Alfie, you kind of, because you're going to be cheering for the game, and you come into school early, you're there to support your friends. So you come in, you see Alfie. You and Alfie have both witnessed Chad strip and panic and run.
What got into him this time, Alfie? What's he doing?
I don't know. I don't know all of Chad's pre-game rituals, but I don't think I've ever seen that one before. But maybe it's a new thing he's doing. Actually, he kind of got a little panicked when Professor Teacher came over to coach.
Oh.
So
maybe we should check on him just to make sure it's not, related to his fanny pack. And I'm like elbowing him really unsubtly.
Oh, we should. Wait, you can't go in the change. You can't do that. You can't go there. You can't go in there.
No, okay, I'm not going in the boys' bathroom, trust me. But maybe you could just go check on him or have him come out if he's okay and dressed.
Yeah, I'll go check on him. I'll go check on him. I don't like going in there myself, but I'll go check on him. You definitely can't go in there. I mean, it's the same as girls' bathrooms, but you definitely can't go in there.
Nice. Yeah, I'll just wait right outside.
I go to the locker room, and I don't want to see Chad, so I'm going to kind of call from the doorway. Chad?
Wait! Alfie, get in here! Alfie, you need to come right now!
Oh, okay. I'm going to close my eyes and blindly stumble into...
Very, very high school. Like,
what's going on, Chad? You freaked out?
Alfie, I'm right here. Alfie, look at me. Look at me, Alfie. I'm right here.
Okay. I'm gonna peek my eyes through my fingers.
Chad is sitting on a bench, wiping a single tear and sniffling.
Are you still in your underwear?
I did have time to change. Yeah, of course I'm still in my underwear. I'm in the locker room. It's proper, Alfie.
What? Chad, what's wrong? Also, why was it so important for me to physically look at you right now?
Well, because you give me confidence. And so I just needed to look at you in the eyes and feel a little bit more confident.
How can that possibly be true, Chad? Listen, what's going on? Don't cry. Please, God, don't cry. I don't know how to deal with any of
I
that.
don't know if I can hold it back.
Oh, okay, you can cry. I don't want to tell you not to cry. You can cry if you need to. You can cry. Could we maybe put some pants on while we cry?
I left them outside.
You don't have any other pants? They're just outside. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, I guess we could go through some of the lockers and find some pants.
You don't have any other... you didn't have a change of clothes in here? That's okay. We don't have to... Let's not steal other people's pants. Let's maybe just wrap a towel around you.
Hey, Alfie, how's it going in there?
Not great!
Oh, Janet! Janet, you need to come in here!
Janet can't come in. Oh, God.
Sorry, it's the boys' room. I really wish I could.
Okay, but just put a cup on the door or something so you can listen in.
Wrong cup.
Ah! Chad, what's going on?
I forgot! Alfie, I forgot!
No, what?
My extra credit!
I think we all forgot the...
Well, I know, but like none of you depended on it. You're both just so smart and so charismatic,
What?
and just really good friends. And I've let you down. I let my dad down. Can't play tonight. Can't play tonight. Not like this.
What? I think you can. I think you can. I feel like there were some maybe extenuating circumstances. You know what I mean?
That we can't tell anyone. That's what Janet said.
Right. We can make up other extenuating circumstances that don't involve replacement murdered docents. Docents?
Yeah, that sounds right. So lie?
Not really a lot. Just a good story that doesn't get anyone else in trouble or, lets other people know we're part of an intergalactic space cop program. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Chad?
I knew I needed your confidence. Thank you, Alfie.
You're so welcome. Let's get a towel on you and get you back out to your pants. We can loop Janet in on this whole thing.
She's been listening in from the cup, remember?
Yeah, I'm sure she had time to go get a cup.
Hard no, I did not do that. I'm just standing outside waiting for you guys. I was going to take another opportunity to yell in.
All right. Chad is going to just open a locker and grab pants that are there, put them on. And then there a shirt from the other locker.
It's all fine. You got clothing. You're good.
Cool. Great. Excellent.
You make your way out, and you see your dad, Coach, and he's kind of got his arms crossed, and he's staring at you guys from a distance. But Janet is the first one you see as you step out.
I give Janet a huge hug. Thank you so much for helping me, Janet.
No, you're welcome. Why are you wearing a pink seasoning women's band shirt?
Pink seasonings. I got this.
Got it.
Oh.
Ivana knows.
Well, Meeple really loves them, and so I just took some stuff from his locker. So it was the only thing that was clean in there and didn't smell like spaghetti.
Anyways, okay, what's going on, guys? What's going on, Chad?
Alfie, tell her I don't have the heart.
Chad just remembered that we didn't do the extra credit that we were gonna do because of the murder. And he was freaking out about that. And I don't know why the clothes came off, but Chad, your dad is given that that coach stairs, so you might need to go talk to him.
Or I can stay right here.
Hey, why don't we go together? And Professor teacher, obviously we have a good relationship. I'm a straight A student. Let's see if we can't
We could go
get an extension or something.
We all go talk to him. We all go, Chad.
How long has it been since this extra credit was due, Paul? Roughly?
It was due before the homecoming game, because you'd already went to go talk to him to say, like, hey, we'll do something. And then you guys didn't.
So this is our second time asking for more time.
Oh, but the homecoming game is tonight.
Yeah. So
It hasn't happened yet.
There's still
time.
There's still time.
Oh, so it has to be done by tonight. Okay.
I mean, I guess I hadn't thought about that. Way to procrastinate like a champ.
Let's
Okay.
let's go talk to Professor Teacher real quick and make sure he's not like mad at us, because we'll just we'll get it.
Well, what did he say to Coach?
Okay.
Are they both still together as Coach and Professor Teacher there, or have they?
It's just Coach, so I don't have to do two characters.
Let's go talk to Coach.
Right.
Chad.
Chad's gonna look down.
Professor Teacher said that you're a little behind on your studies, and he'd given you some opportunity to do some extra credit, and you didn't do it?
Well, technically, it's not due until later today, Father.
Well, so you're almost done with it.
Yep. We sure are,
Yep.
Coach.
Yes.
We're on top of it. We've been working real hard.
I basically just was like, I have a personal computer in the library, and I was using it just to use a word processing program to edit it, and so it's kind of my fault, because I'm a perfectionist, and just have to have it exactly perfect. So we're definitely gonna have it handed in before the homecoming game tonight.
Good. Well, Janet, I appreciate that, because I knew I had faith in you three. Chad, I told Professor Teacher he was stupid.
You said that to Professor Teacher?
Yeah, I told Professor Teacher he was stupid, and he was like, you can't talk to me that way. Oh man, how do I do a southern accent impersonation of that character? You don't talk to me about that way. I'll be done. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do his voice.
God, your impersonations are getting so much better.
Yeah, I've got 10 minutes down at the Comedy Works.
Yeah, my dad's the one who inspired me to get on stage.
Yeah. Anyways, we probably should really go finish editing that paper that we've already researched and written, right, guys?
Yes, definitely written.
All right. Bye, Coach. And I'm gonna just turn, and we're gonna start running to our bicicletas.
Great. This is an interesting change of the way this is going to work. So you guys are going to go to the library.
I want to be clear, I was lying through my teeth. We haven't done anything.
I will give you guys, each are going to make a brains roll.
On!
These brains rolls are going to come in 3 tiers. You can get above a 5. You can get above a 10. And if you get any higher, then I will give you some kind of a bonus. After this, you guys, depending on what you rolled, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about the Heart and Hand Corporation. You guys are then going to each get to improvise sections of a presentation, and that will be independent. If you guys do well enough, Chad will get to perform in the homecoming game.
Yeah.
Does that...
See me roll a 20 with this one, guys.
If you if you told me 20 years ago I was going to spend my free time giving unprepared class presentations as a form of entertainment, I wouldn't have believed you.
Some of us have been practicing for this moment their entire life. Great. So, who would like to roll first?
I already did.
I already did too.
Me.
Go for it.
All right. That's 1. I'm sorry. 2.
This tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chad, you know nothing. You're not going to get any information. Alfie, what did you roll?
Alfie rolled a 12.
Great. I'm going to give you you're going to have a pretty decent template of any information you want about the heart and hand. You're quick enough to be able to be like, oh, you've maybe been on a computer and whatnot, and you can look up enough stuff. Janet.
I exploded and rolled a 23.
Holy shit.
I am the CEO of Heart and Hand.
Okay. So here's how this is going to go. You guys are going to nail this presentation. You completely smoke it. I am going to give you a ton of information about the Heart and Hand Corporation as though it was Janet narrating the presentation.
Nice.
Does that make sense? So, like,
Yeah.
you are going to ace this presentation. You don't even have to bullshit. I gave you guys a threshold of pass, and you did it. So you're going to. I'm going to offload a bunch of information about the Heart and Hand Corporation. I'm going to let you guys react to it in time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Great.
I'll take notes.
The Heart and Hand Corporation was a company that was founded right after the Silver Rush in Colorado, and the company was primarily focused in radio wave technology, which is a way to communicate and ideally what you realize is intergalactically or interstellar. They found the crashed ship. They were the ones who funded the research lab to be built on top of the crashed ship. And they basically started funding, radio wave technology. So one of the first things that they funded would have been some kind of intergalactic communication kind of methods and stuff like that. The other big thing that you realize that they're in charge of is psychic communication as well. They're really big into, what is that called? Like, what is it called? Viewing?
Astral projection?
What is the viewing? No, like astral viewing. The idea of like psychically communicating with things that are far away. And so all the the bullshit stuff that they produce, is just garbage that they use to fund all the weird sciencey stuff. You guys piece it together. You find a bunch of weird old photos from the 60s and 70s, and you see the same faceless man, the person that has been chasing you guys at various events. That seems to be some kind of a agent or persons who work for the Heart and Hand Corporation. And the last thing you find, the current head of the Heart and Hand Corporation is a woman by the name Marie Malkian. Now, that name doesn't mean anything to Alfie and Janet. But Chad, when you hear the name Marie Malkian, your heart stops. Marie Malkian is your mother.
Oh, shit.
Who you thought had abandoned your family a long time ago. And it turns out she's running this corporation.
What the fuck?
So, bonus points, you got an A+ on the paper.
Good job.
But I'm going to let you guys...
Yeah, I mean, that's on you, Chad. I don't know how you handle that. This is... Yeah, go ahead.
This is just a technical question here. So, did potentially, hypothetically, let's say, because Chad was here when we were forming the presentation, was the name of the CEO maybe like a piece of lore that only Janet knew and didn't mention until we gave the presentation? Is this a reaction in the room? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah. We'll be in the moment in the room. So, Janet, you use those words. I like, and the current head of is Marie Malkian.
What? Janet, can you say that name one more time?
Marie Malkian.
Yes, Janet, that can't be right.
Oh, it's definitely right. I just read it.
No.
I read it the other night in the library.
The other night when we were working on this before today.
Yeah. Marie Malkian. Yeah, she's the head of Heart and Hand. It's on the slide right there. Does anyone have any questions about our presentation?
No questions. No questions at all. We are done. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. Round of applause. Yay, 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 yay. We need to talk outside now.
Wait. Oh, I love Q&A though.
I think we better do what Chad says or he'll take his clothes off and run away again.
Oh, I'll put more clothes on and I'll become a giant ball and roll around. Outside now, Janet.
Thank you, Professor Teacher.
All right, I am gonna peek my head into the room as I get dragged out and say, if anyone has any questions, just come up to me after class. I'd be happy to talk more about it.
Janet!
And then I get yanked out.
Chad's gonna put his hand out and pull her out of the frame. Yeah. That person that you just said.
Marie Malkian?
Maria Malkian.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, but we know her name. That's my mom.
What?
That is literally, and Chad is going to take out a little locket he always wears, and open it and show a picture of Marie Malkian, who is right there next to Coach in his locket. That's my mom.
That's the CEO of the Head and Heart Corporation. Heart and Hand Corporation. That's your mom?
She's in the picture. That was the same picture. It's the same person with the same name. They look the same.
And does your dad ever still talk to her?
No, she left us when I was 6. I don't remember anything about her. She wasn't even there for that incident when I swallowed the marbles. You know, she hasn't been there for any part of my life.
Yeah. I mean, this is... Jeez.
So, do you, want to talk to her? Do you have a forwarding address?
Alfie, no, I don't. I haven't talked to her in... How old am I? Wait.
You don't need to do math right now.
10 to 11 years, because I'm unsure of my age.
Brains 4. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to get in touch with her, right? The Heart and Hand Corporation headquarters is right in town. She's got to be there.
If she has been here this whole time, she doesn't want to see me, Janet. And if she doesn't want to see me, I don't want to see her, because I'm stronger.
So strong. But we do, we kind of have some questions. And...
Yeah, we need to see her because of all of the weird stuff they've been doing in Colorado.
Yeah, but she can't see me.
Well, but that might be, I don't want to sound indelicate, but that might be our in, hey, it's your long-lost son, here he is, and his very good friends, and now we're here in your place of work. It's bring your kid and his friends to work day, and then we go, hey, why are you doing those bad things, and what did you do to Justice, and what do you know about aliens? And also stop it, and also be a better mom. We can do all those things.
If it makes you feel any better, you could stand guard outside, and you wouldn't have to talk to her. But I do think it would be really helpful if you came with us at least to get in the door.
Okay, but if we go, we have to go prepared.
Okay, how?
Say more. What else do we need to be prepared with?
We need wigs.
No, wait.
God damn it. Great. We have
facial hair? Like the stick-on one.
I think we're still gonna look...
I'm not gonna do that, but you guys can do that if you want.
I think we're still gonna look like teenagers no matter what we wear.
Yes. Well, that's you, Alfie. Me, I can rock a little must.
A little must?
Little must.
A little must?
Rock a must.
That's what we call it now.
Must.
Us cool 90s kids. Growing out my must.
Oh, stop saying it. It's getting worse.
You really got to hit that T. Growing out the must.
Sweet must, brah.
Okay, so wigs and glue-on facial hair for the boys. Do we need anything else, Chad?
Yeah. Hope.
Hope?
We can do that.
I'm ready with that.
If she hasn't seen you in 10 to 11, however many years, because we don't know how old you are, would would she, I don't want to sound indelicate again, but would she recognize you anyway?
Oh my god.
See, did you see the picture? I look just like her. We have the same nose.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we'll make sure that you have a fake wig and a fake must. And
We need a fake nose.
At this point, it
And a
sounds
fake
like you just
nose.
want to wear a Halloween mask.
It's not a bad idea, Alfie.
Well,
It's not a bad idea.
it is such a bad idea. Alfie has friends in like the theater. You have theater friends, right? You can probably get us all that stuff.
what? You two are literally the only friends I have.
But you do like the video lighting nerd stuff for the theater.
The what? The what? How dare you? Sure. We talked to, I can't remember his name, who made us the...
Oh, God, it was something insane.
There's a guy who made us the costumes for the Beaver Baby scene.
Oh, it's like Boopsy or something really dumb, too.
Yeah, you could talk to Boopsy. Let's go with it. He sometimes goes by Boopsy. You could talk to that guy.
He sometimes goes by Boopsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get a fake nose for Chad, and really good costumes for the rest of us, and we'll go.
Why do we need costume? What is the plan that we're going in there with?
Why is this your guys' answer to everything?
Well, I want to do whatever makes Chad comfortable, because this is kind of a crazy curveball. If it were me, I wouldn't know what to do either. So if you need to put on a fake nose to go talk to your mom, I want you to have that fake nose.
Does it sound crazy when you say it out loud, Nate?
No, it sounds like a really smart plan.
But don't we need her to believe that Chad's coming to talk to her as our in? She's not just gonna talk to 3 kids, one of them...
Shh, Alfie, I'm gonna kind of box Alfie and be talking to some. Alfie, let's just make Chad happy for now, and we'll figure that out when we get there, okay?
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
He went streaking 2 hours ago because he thought he was gonna fail a class.
That's true.
Let's just make him happy.
Sometimes I just talk too much. I get it. I'm sorry. I won't bring it up.
No. It's just.
I won't mention his estranged mother anymore in front of him anymore right now.
If we go to Girly Swirlies, he's gonna forget about the nose. So it's like we just don't have to overthink it.
Chad, you want ice cream?
Chad's gonna turn around. He's been looking the other way, and just you see that he drew on a unibrow with his Sharpie. What about this look? Do you like this? Is this good?
You know what, Chad? That actually might be so good that we don't need the nose and the fake nose and the wig.
Can you recognize me? Do you see me and you say Chad, or do you see me and you say Chado? This is Chado.
Yeah,
that's good.
You
good.
You should all you do as much chattoing as you want. It's a nice brow must that you've made for yourself. And I think, were we planning on going today right now? Because we still have some time. Is that permanent marker?
It's yeah. It is. You didn't think that one through.
Cut to shortly, just a few hours later. It's the 4th quarter of the homecoming game, and the score is tied.
Oh.
You're in a huddle. Chad, you've got this mustache still on.
And the Sharpie unibrow? Excellent.
There's only 30 seconds left. You've got time for one big play. We're going to have you and Alfie each make some kind of a roll, depending on what you want to do for the play. Janet, you know what you're going to have to do.
Yes.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
I don't want to be that rules lawyer guy, but I do have it in my notes that I have a -4 to the homecoming game.
Correct.
-4. Someone remind me what that's from?
And actually, I'm going to really hate to break it to you. Chad, you haven't been playing well this game, and that's because you hurt your hands last night at the party from the chaperone. So you're going to be rolling with disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
So I'm in emotional turmoil. Of course I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Okay, double disadvantage. Have it.
whoa!
I'm a mess.
You're going to be rolling this with disadvantage on this, okay?
Duh.
So, and you're going to be rolling against me. So
Sassy
we're going to
of
just
you.
make this one play at a time, and we're going to see how this goes until things break down.
Wait.
Janet, at any point in time, you can use your cheerleader chant as a bardic inspiration for add a d8 to anybody's roll.
Ooh.
But you have to then do your cheerleader chant. So the longer they go without needing it, the more effective the less pressure you're going to be under. So I'm going to just start narrating things, and until something happens where you're going to be stressed out, you don't have to worry about it. Ready?
All right, I got it. I got like 3 locked and loaded. Go ahead.
You're good. Chad, the ball's hiked to you. You have the ball. You feel a
Yes.
little bit of pain in your fingers right out the gate. You need to make a grit roll of 2. Remember, everything you do is a disadvantage.
Yeah, I understand. That means I roll twice, and then I pick the worst one. Okay. So 1. That's a 3!
Great. You feel the pain in your fingers, but you're going to be okay. You hold the ball tight. Alfie.
Yeah.
You start running, the hardest you've ever run. This is going to be a deep Hail Mary, and Chad has a lot of faith in you. You need to make a flight roll of 6. Now, here's how your numbers are going to work. You get -4 that you're going to be able to allocate through however you want. But by the end of this game, you have to have used those -4. Does that make sense?
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So, like, if you get to the end of the game and you didn't use it, doesn't matter. So what did I say you need to roll for flight?
Oh.
Sorry.
6.
Okay, what'd you roll?
And I just got a 4 plus 1 for 5. I've got 1 adversity token. I'm going to use that to get me to my 6, and I'm not going to use any of my -4 right now.
Great. You blast past a guy, you're running along. I have plays for each of you. Each are going to have to do a certain number of things. We're going to find out if you use your things out. Chad, you're looking. You've got a
Yes.
pretty good sense of the field. Somebody's coming at you. They're diving. What do you want to do to stop this tackle? Are you going to try to dodge him, or are you going to fight him off?
I'm going to fight him off with rage.
You're going to make a brawn roll of 6.
That is a 9.
You beat it. Describe how
I
you
did.
knock this guy off as he's tackling you and where he hits you.
So you know what? I can't use other properties, can I? Well, they're not referencing it. Well, I am referencing it. Okay, so if I were to fall into chemical radiation and then when I get angry, I get big in a different color and potentially my clothes don't fit because I'm getting bigger. So that is the kind of rage that Chad uses. The same rage that hypothetical creature would have when the shirts are bursting off their body.
Is she talking about the infamous bulk?
Technically, is a reference to something else. That
Infraggable crunk? I don't know. There's a lot. It's a lot. It's deep. We're not gonna stress out about it. Great. You do. The guy grabs you and you basically bounces right off your body as he hits into you. Alfie, this is your shot. It's a clear field. You're gonna run as hard as you possibly can. You need to beat a flight roll of 4 to break away.
Sorry, before that, I am going to hit them with a classic when Chad makes that and just say, Chad.
You're only going to get one of these. Do you want to save it for...
Oh, what am I being graded on? Or what is this doing?
It's your bardic inspiration that you're going to throw to somebody when they fail their roll.
Oh, okay, great. Then yeah, I'll wait.
Well, here's the thing. I rolled a 2 on my flight, so it's a 3. And I think I'm going to take -3 from this, so it's a full... Can I go down to 0, or do I have to go down to 1?
You could. Are you going to have faith that Janet is going to be able to boost you up?
No, it's more like if this one fails, it's okay, and it makes it easier on other things later, and maybe...
Great. All right, let's pray. Janet, do you want to give us your cheer?
All right. Well, I guess the idea is that he's like tanking this play he's failing this play on purpose, yeah. So no, I'm not gonna cheer for him getting sacked
fail.
or whatever.
And you trip
Yeah.
and fall to the ground. Mud sprays up all over you. It's been raining all day. You scramble. Chad, you see Alfie is down, but he's close to the end zone. You're gonna make this pass. What is it? Brawn, I think, would be the best example. You need to make a brawn roll of 8. to try to hit Alfie when he's down.
At a disadvantage, of course. I didn't do it. I did the opposite of good.
What did you roll?
A 1. I rolled a 1. And a D20, I rolled a 1. It was the most critical of failures. I'm not even going to do my second roll because there's no 0 I can hit.
So, is this like if she loses this, we lose the game, and I should just use my cheer, or should we?
Yeah.
Wait? Okay.
Yeah, you got to hit this.
Chad, score a touchdown. Turn our frowns upside down. Go, Chad.
Nice.
And it's well to go.
That's my cheer.
Roll that D8. Let's see if you can 7 and an 8.
Oh, D8.
You keep the game into play.
3.
Chad, you throw the ball. It fly.
I have things I can use to boost my score if I'm getting added 3 to it.
Oh, I could also use an adversity.
You get a +3 no matter what, Chad. You have it's a sports thing.
So that was 1.
What are we looking at on clearing this?
8, right?
And she has a 6 right now?
It's 4 technically because it was the 1 plus my 3 in sports, so that's 4.
Right.
Plus my 3 is 7.
And I can add an adversity token, 8.
You hit Alfie square in the hands. He's lying in the mud, having broken away and taught the ball. Alfie, technically, nobody's touched you. You kind of come to after having landed, and you look up and you see the ball Chad has miraculously thrown in your hands. This is it. This is your chance to break away and escape. There's a guy coming up behind you. You get to your feet. What's your plan to stop him from tackling you?
I want to growl at him. Let me use my grit.
I would say your grit might be you try to just endure any tackle and you just charge forward.
I endure the tackle and charge forward. Well, also growling.
Sorry, not to narrate. I don't think you're going to growl. You're not a lion roaring at him and scaring him away. You could be. You could be a whatchamacallit? Crab. Alfie, you're just going to try to run it. You're just going to try to make it. This guy gets up and he throws his whole body at you, trying to take you to the ground. Alfie, what's your grit? Alfie needs you to roll a 10 or higher.
Oh. That's a 17. I will use my last remaining -1 to take it down to a 16.
I forgot you had to get rid of him. Alfie, you just grind as you feel this guy holding your waist. What are you saying to yourself as he's grabbing you? What are you saying to yourself as you're growling and you're yelling? Or what are you saying as you you grunt and push your way into the end zone?
This is for Chad's mental well-being.
You do it, you get there, you slam the ball, everyone screams. You look up, Alfie, and the stands are all chanting your name. They're all going, Alfie, 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 Alfie.
Oh no.
You've never felt anything like this. I don't think you've ever felt like a hero. This is that kind of moment I mentioned weeks ago where this is what it feels like for people to be rooting for you, not with you. They are cheering for your success. And you look through the stands and you see everyone's families and cheering, and you realize that despite the success, it's a little hollow. You don't have anyone to share it with. You know, Chad's dad is there cheering. Janet's got her little sisters probably there watching her cheer for the big game. But it's probably a little tough to realize that your dad's not there, and Mr. Gibbons, while friendly, is probably taking care of the house. And you scan the horizon, and you see Jackie Swunch is in the stands, and she's cheering, and she's got a little tiny placard, like a little tiny fan kind of flag that says Towers on it.
Oh no!
Wait, no, what about Janet's trauma? We both got hit with trauma!
And that was our season finale for our Beat Our Quest Kids on Bikes campaign. Again, I really want to thank the Rebel Kicks for giving us permission to use their music for our intro and outro song. They have a great new single that just came out. You should check it out on Spotify or wherever you listen to music. As always, I want to thank anyone who's been listening to this series, participating on our Discord, leaving us some of the wonderful reviews on the iTunes service or Spotify. It's just kind of nice to get any kind of feedback in any kind of way. I said previously, we'll be doing a talk back or the after school special in the beginning of next year. Just all of us sitting around talking about what it was like to be a part of this experience. It's a new format for all of us as improv actors and comedians. But, maybe we can move on and try something different. Like I've mentioned, we're going to be moving on to the Triangle Agency system, which is a very fun sort of corporate dystopian superpower kind of campaign. Think Umbrella Academy mixed with Severance. I just also really want to thank all three of my actors for their fantastic work this season. Nate Valentine as Janet Cromwell, Tucker Daly Johnston as Alfie Towers, and Ivana Maria Mendez Pabon as Chad Brewers. This has been a really cathartic and interesting experience for me, just a creative outlet in my life. I've been learning to do all this editing on the side, as well as, producing a podcast. So I just want to thank you all for any kind of support anyone has given me in any other way. Thank you all. Have a happy holiday, and looking forward to season 2.
Was it